TriGun Stampede, a reboot to TriGun,
You have got to be kidding me.
and it's 3D animated cell shaded models.
Where do I even fucking begin with this abomination of a quote unquote reboot? Okay, I guess I have to get this out of the way. Obviously, the fucking one, the original cast is now returning. Two, the one that originally, what's his name? The one that did the soundtrack for the original run of Trigun. I'm pretty sure he's not coming back. Imahari or something like that. He's not coming back, and the trailer music that they obviously use, it doesn't feel like Trigun. Nothing about that trailer ever felt like fucking Trigun. So the one thing that I have to get the fucking, the elephant in the room out of the way is what is with people in liking 80s but not liking 90s? You know?
Uh, can you elaborate on that?
Okay, so from I couldn't find a character sheet for Vash's quote unquote revamped design, but it's obviously modernized. What made Nightow's art style so unique was how subtle it was, but also how it reeked of 90s in a really good way. So let me pull up an example here from one of the covers of the first issue. So, back 20 years, not 20 years, 10 years ago, when I first started watching Trigun, it wasn't really clear that Vash had a robotic arm. That was always something that was subtle when it came to Nitel's character design. But here in the fucking trailer, we can obviously tell that it's a fucking robotic arm. And one of the main selling points of Trigun was that it was a spaghetti western first with a twist of sci-fi. Now they inverted it so it's now sci-fi and the spaghetti western is now in the fucking background. So I could, yeah, by judging the trailer, I can already tell that the fucking story is going to be all over the place. One, they revealed the antagonist way too fucking early. Because for one, I've read both the original runs of the manga when it came out in 1995, and and the anime that came out in 1998. I had no clue who Knives was, and it's even more apparent that whoever Knives was in the manga, he was that bad enough that Vash was willing to compromise his fucking morals, which is that he doesn't take a life. Like legit, the exact dialogue that I remember from the manga is that I will send this motherfucker to hell, meaning he's going to kill Knives. That's the only person he will compromise his morals for. So it gives you a good understanding of how depraved Knives actually was without even knowing his name. In fact, we don't even know his name until we see Legato, both in the manga and the anime. That is the only mention of the main antagonist of Trigon. But now in the trailer, it's already established that he's the antagonist. So the problem here is when you're doing a story is that if you want to have like a menacing antagonist, you have to do it in a way that, for one, you can't constantly show your antagonist too much. Otherwise, they're going to lose that merit of ominous. And that is something that Night Owl did beautifully in the original run of Trigun, because when I was reading like the final chapters, I actually genuinely felt afraid of fucking Knives. Because for one, he is the total opposite of what Vash is. Like he just had this monstrous aura within him. Like when he pulled up to the scene, I actually worried about Vash's, safety. Like, it's kind of like those moments where you're actually scared for the main character. And that's one of the moments that I had reading the manga. Not as much as in the anime. And I will say this, the introduction of Knives of like his first appearance was done way better in the manga than it was in the anime. I will say that. So with the trailer, it's obvious that it's relying you to already be caught up with either the manga or the anime. So it's kind of like a weird pseudo series with like Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, but I can already tell that it's not going to be like that kind of series. So
It's gonna be more like a Berserk 2016.
around there, it's going to be like an abridged version.
Yeah.
So like you said before, Manic, when you showed me how they cucked Vash's gun. Yikes.
Speaking of a cucked gun, and actually related to anime and Japanese, apparently the ex Prime Minister Shinzo Abe was just assassinated.
Oh, so he's like dead.
Damn.
Uh, I don't know if he's dead yet. They haven't confirmed it, but they did say he was in critical condition and had his heart stopped. Holy shit! And look at the gun the guy used. That looks like something out of a fucking survival game. It was a homemade double-barreled shotgun.
Well,
What?
okay. What does this have to do with anime other than him being Japanese?
That's it.
Okay, well,
That's all I wanted to say.
this just derail the whole thing.
I mean, it's
I can
breaking
imagine.
news. Breaking news.
We can't tie this into anime. I can imagine the assassin saying "Omaru mo shinderu." Nani?
But no, actually, that was pretty shocking. I just saw that come up on my notifications. I was like, "Wait, what the fuck?"
Okay, so I'm pulling up the gun and Vash's Badland character design. So
Yeah,
here's where I'm gonna
someone
read.
photoshopped that over. Give him.
So here's where I'm gonna be really petty here, man. Okay, so this is the character sheet of Vash the Stampede and the back when it was in production in 2008 and 2009 for the Badland Rumble movie. Obviously, it's a modernized take on Vash's character design, but it's done in a way that yes, it's a new take, but it still keeps what made Vash's character design back in the 90s so iconic, especially for his gun that was also used in Badlands Rumble. It's a take on the both the original design of the manga and some aspects of the gun we saw in the anime back in 1998. So it's obviously now I can't really confirm what the inspiration was for Vash's gun, but I'm getting Smith and Wesson top down revolver Magnum. Like this is a big gun that Vash has used in throughout the series. So the fact that they showed how what really irks me is how small the bullets are in the trailer or in the new gun design. Like
Yeah.
Vash's bullets should be this almost the size of shotgun slugs.
Yeah, but they forced feminize him.
Oh, I'm very aware of that. The, I don't know what the fuck they were smoking with what they did to his fucking character with the fucking coat. Like it's quite clear that it was the first fucking pass or the first concept art that they drawn and just said, "Yep, this is it. Let's fucking move on."
It's a reflection that you're just in it for the money. You don't actually appreciate the
Oh,
property.
oh, yeah, most definitely, most definitely. This is a fucking cash grab, and it's not even for the hardcore fans like myself. Like I really love Trigun, and I've been on the fucking track for a while. And like, if you're a hardcore fan, it's obvious that the new trailer isn't for fucking you. It's obvious that this series is going to appeal to fucking normies. Let's be honest here.
Yeah, teenagers on TikTok that like to make fan cams.
Yeah, so it's obvious that now Trigun, that was a cult classic, is now going to go fucking mainstream, and it's going to suffer the degradation of what Star Wars went through, what all these big franchises are going through, where they're just going to tear down the legacy of what made these IPs so great. So I will say this: if you are going to defend Vash's character design, ask yourself this. Do you have any clue what makes a character design iconic? And if you do, why the fuck are you defending this?
Yep. So true. All right. All right. Is that all? Have you spoken your piece
Yes, yes, yes.
into the ground?
Honestly, it's just a fucking rabbit hole of how bad this anime is going to be. I could legit talk about this for fucking hours, but I don't want to, make the podcast as long as it needs to be. Okay, I really want to get to the other topics. Chainsaw Man in the new Berserk chapter.
Okay.